Here's the script. There it is. Hey everyone, my name's Jace.
And I'm Snoot.
Yes, Snoot is here with me today. We are in the same town, so we figured we would just film this thing together instead. So
that's what we're saying. We're filming in front of a green screen, actually.
That's right. Look, my hand goes right through him. Right through him. In today's video, we just had like a fun idea. What might be interesting is to show off the Satisfactory wiki, because we have a lot of people in our wiki contributing community, and we thought it would be a good idea to highlight the work that they're doing, but also see if we can find some stuff that might need some extra context to it, maybe some extra information. If there's anything that might be a little wrong, we could maybe correct that as well. I know that we go to the wiki often to check facts about our own game.
Yeah, more times than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we can show some stuff that's on the wiki and maybe see if we can find anything that might be wrong and see if we can help correct it. Hopefully you'll find it interesting.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
That's the whole video.
That's the whole video.
Okay, so let's
dive straight in. I think we should just start on the homepage. I think there's like, I really like the bullet list they have there at the bottom.
Okay, so down here. Oh, here, features.
Yeah,
so features of the game, I guess?
Yeah. No base defense, okay?
Yeah.
That's
all right.
That's a key feature of the game.
I mean, we don't edit this, by the way.
But we could.
We probably could, but we don't. This is you guys. So yeah, I think that's a pretty funny point to add there. I'm just gonna show you just like a quick skim of the clock speed thing. I actually don't like. I don't think we could confirm or deny anything here. I'm sure that it's correct, the information here, but I kind of want to show you like how deep the information is. Like the people who are contributing on the wiki are doing such a great job. They've got like all like information about all the miners, math and stuff like that. So the clock speed wiki here, basically they've got information of like how the power scales with the overclocking.
Yeah, because it's not linear.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like a lot of extra information, sweet graphs. Like a lot of people are a lot of attention to detail, putting a lot of work into this wiki. And so I think this is just one page that kind of just demonstrates that. If you need to know anything about Satisfactory, the wiki is like 99.9% accurate, and I think is a safe bet, and it has pretty much answers to every question you could have. So cannot highly recommend the wiki enough, and cannot thank the contributors to the wiki enough. So much appreciated, everyone who is contributing to this.
Yes, that was a sweet graph.
Check out this graph, dude. Look at this graph! Actually, this is something that we can probably point out and give a little bit more information on, because we have spotted kind of an inaccuracy, but we can explain a little more here. So what's the deal here, Snit?
Yeah, so they look like cats. That's kind of weird.
What's that? We don't have cats in our game. So obviously this is arachnophobia mode. This is, oh yeah, really, I want to just mention this real quick. But our wiki contributors have created arachnophobia mode for the wiki itself. And I think that's super great, because some people can't, stand the sight of spiders or whatever. And so it's really nice that by default, it shows the cats on the wiki. And then, of course, you can turn it off if you want to see the actual spider creatures themselves. So, huge props to wiki contributors there. Really love that.
For sure.
But yeah, what's the deal here, Snip?
So according to the wiki, they list 4 different stinger types, which is like half true, I guess, or not really true, because there's only 3 different types in game, really. But we have like data-wise, we have 4 different stinger types, but the only main difference between one of these is that they spawn in a different location. I think we call them like cave stingers or something like that. So really, there are like 3 different stinger types. There's like the it's even listed
right there. Here in the trivia.
Yeah,
so
cave stinger and so that doesn't like they don't have like different AI or anything like that. I think they function the same way, like just that the different types have like different health or something like that. So the ones that are listed here at the bottom, it's more due to the fact that where they spawn rather than like there are different stinger types.
Right. One thing that I'm noticing is that here with their like stats, they actually have different stats, like 10, 10, 50, 30, 130,
100 and 100.
And 100, and this one has like gas. So I mean, if this is true, these are 4 different stats. What's the deal there?
I don't know, because some of this data on the wiki is like data mined from different builds of the game, and sometimes we've uploaded accidentally like stuff in the build that shouldn't be in the game. So maybe sometimes when people have data mined the game, they find information that like isn't accurate because it's never used really, but they find like the data asset or something.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess we can also double check this again, just to make sure that like this isn't really the case, and we'll leave our verdict on the screen right here. Wow.
Wow. I can't look at that. Wow.
It turns out that this is the truth, actually.
Huh.
Great. Hey everyone, it's James from the future here with the verdict. Okay, so the deal is, you guys, there are actually 3 types of stingers, okay, and here are their stats. We call them the baby stinger, the alpha stinger, and the elite gas stinger. And you can see there, these are the stats for them. Now, we also have these other kinds of stingers, like a variation of these called cave stingers, and each one of these has a cave version of themselves, and they're exactly the same in every way. The only difference is when they spawn. So normal stingers only spawn during the nighttime. Cave stingers spawn during day and night. The intention is that we would put them in the caves and they would always be there regardless of time of day. But we also use some of the cave stingers outside in the world as well, such as in the swamp or in the red jungle as well. So, but yeah, basically there are only 3 types, and then we just have the variations of whether or not they can spawn during day or not. So back to you guys. Oh yeah, so one thing I want to say real quick about this here. Okay, so we have the cats here. This is one of Natalie's cats, and their name is Freya, but that is not listed anywhere on the wiki. So if you want to add that, if that's wiki worthy, this cat's name is Freya. The other cat's name is right here. It's hard for me to pronounce this name. It's a really it's a hard name to pronounce.
I mean, yeah, it is.
At least for me, I'm not Swedish, so this name is really, really hard to pronounce for me.
Yep.
So I'm just going to leave it on the screen here. And the other one is, that's Sophia, our concept artist's cat. And also, no representation of that cat here. I mean, maybe we could get a picture of the other cat here. That would be cool. So next up, we were looking at the object scanner, Snoot. And we spotted something in the object scanner.
Yes. What was it? I forgot.
It was something to do about gemstones.
Oh yeah. So
here, the trivia down the bottom here.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a trivia thing here that this used to be called the gemstone scanner internally, which is true. We used to call it a gemstone scanner. Slugs used to be gemstones.
Ah.
So we changed for the longest times. Slugs were just like gems that you find in the world, and then you turn that into power shards, and then like pretty close to release, we just decided like, let's do something more fun with the gemstones and turn them into slugs or something maybe. And they're slow moving slugs or something. So it is working the same way. It's the same functionality. It's just like we just renamed it essentially.
Okay. All right. So next up, there's actually a page on the wiki for Coffee Stain Studios, and it has like employees and just like information about, the company, the people who work here and stuff. And there's like some sections on us that has some just various trivia that has been sort of, leaked or exposed, or that we've talked about on streams, for example. And a great one here is Hannah. Hannah is our word designer and writer. Hannah has quite a vinyl collection. Can confirm this is completely true. Jace prefers warm milk with cereal. I mean, there's a time and a place. I don't mind it. I like it. Claims to be able to divide by 0. True.
That is true, yeah.
That is true.
I've seen you do that.
Jace owns more makeup than Hannah. Also true. Jace wants to be a fire truck when they grow up. Actually true. This is new. This is from last week's stream. Yeah. Snoot, on the other hand, has a whole host of stuff for some random reason. And then there's Tim. Tim doesn't even work for us anymore. This shouldn't even be here.
I think it's hilarious that I have so many more trivia than you have. Maybe I'm just a more interesting person.
I mean, it's probably actually true.
I don't know about that.
You can add that to the trivia. I mean, it says it right here, Snoot. Look, it actually is here.
I guess it's true then.
It must be true.
If it's on the wiki, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snoot discovered the lake shark. That's actually... Ooh, let's actually go to that page, because that's something I didn't know about until... Yeah.
The lake shark.
So we removed this from the game at some point. I mean, I don't remember when we did this, but I didn't learn about this until recently. It was like in a tiny-ass lake. There was like this creature that would just like swim back and forth like that.
There it is. Yeah, because I remember in the early days there used to be this. People would ask if there would be any aquatic creatures, and we had this big thing where we would not add any aquatic shit to the game. And it was probably around that time that this was pulled. Not really sure, but
does it say when it got pulled? Because it's like update 4 maybe, or update 3.
Here,
it's update 3. Wow.
Is that update 3?
Yeah, that is the actual
0.3.
update. Yeah. That's the first patch.
Wow, it was in the game for a while.
Yeah.
Holy crap, look at this.
Yeah, all the patches
All the patches.
Yeah.
What happened here?
This is very 3.6.12.
Oh, damn. This is so much detail here. Wait, what was the first thing we ever did? Is this the first thing we ever did?
Is it the actual release? I guess it is.
March 19th. So
yeah,
this is the actual release. Intro. This is happening.
Oh,
the
wow.
game is now released.
What a blast of the past.
Yeah. Unreleased content, Snoot.
So this was initially created in the Hadron Collider, which we then renamed to the Particle Accelerator.
And reworked.
Quantum crystal. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before.
What do they say here in the wiki? A crafting point used to create superposition oscillators, maybe.
Okay.
Superposition oscillators are a thing.
Yeah.
People got it from their Fixmas advent calendars, right?
Yep. And that's probably something that's going to end up in the game. The superposition oscillators, at least.
I assume we wouldn't have added this if we didn't intend to add it later.
No.
So it's probably coming. We just...
Famous last words.
Someone's got a plan for it.
Yeah.
Not these guys. Okay, sorry, Sam Fluctuator.
Yeah, Sam Fluctuator, I guess, comes from Sam something. Same thing there. Like, I don't know if this is relevant
like
anymore.
Sam ingots and stuff. Like, people have been asking about, like, when can we use Sam ore? Yeah, you can't use Sam ore yet, but the intention is that you will be able to use it at some point.
Yeah.
We don't really want to say too much more about that. We don't know if you'll be able to convert them into ores or not. I mean, ingots. But we have left them in the game because we do intend that you could do something with it.
So heat resistant suit. So this is interesting because I don't know anything that can hurt you by heat in the game. We have the radiation suit, and I think this is maybe like a early prototype of that, maybe. Or
yeah, there was
something?
probably some plans for having some like heat damage or something like that, but it's we don't have anything like that in our map. So we had a couple weapons here. Rebar scattergun, which oddly enough couldn't be reloaded, and this is just, again, it's like we created the concept for it, maybe prototyped it, and it kind of just died, and we forgot that it was there, and that's kind of why it ended up shipping with the game.
The rifle is a funny story.
Yeah, this is a great story
because like the rifle was. I thought originally that the rifle Mark II did less damage, but according to this, it does 12 damage.
Yeah, the magazine size was smaller, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Because the way I remember it was that when we started working on like a lot of stuff, we had ideas for like, oh, what if we had like a Mark II of everything essentially, and then as we went on, we realized like, maybe we shouldn't do that because we can rebalance the game and make it work with just Mark I stuff. And I think Rifle Mark II was like a remnant of that. But then before we decided that, we were working on like the Rifle Mark I and Mark II, and then like whatever, we'll rebalance Mark I rifle, but we didn't rebalance this because we thought that we weren't going to add that, but then we accidentally included it in a build. Yeah. And this was usable. This wasn't even something that
you could actually use this. Yeah. People were sending us a lot of messages about this, being like, "What the hell is this about?" Like, or you got this weird gun here that's not really obviously better, or anything like that. We're like,
why is it so bad? And we were just like, "Whoops!"
We just ripped that out right away.
That's not
patch 0.1.5.
And then
MK2 variants of buildings. So people still request like an MK2 version of buildings, and they did exist at some point.
Yeah,
we did have them in the game, but
they were just like the same model, but we just made them better in game. But we ended up feeling that it was just kind of like, well, there's a couple of reasons why we probably won't do this. First is because of like, we felt that if we would have to have Mark II buildings, it was like we would need to make like new appearances for them, so it's just like the same building but they just look better or whatever. We actually wanted them to like look better and like animate differently and stuff like that, and that is a lot of work. Like just getting our current machines to the point that they are has been a lot of work. So just from that aspect, we don't feel like it's really worth the work for what you get out of it.
But then there's also the element of like, well, what does a Mark II thing do? Does it do the same thing as before but quicker?
Yeah.
But then we have overclocking to handle that kind of thing. Or does it do different recipes? But then that's what a new building does.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would we add a constructor like Mark II and not a new building that can do different things? There's a lot of work that goes into making a Mark II version of a building, and the gain is like kind of minimal. It doesn't really change the game that much, more so than like what a new building could do.
Yeah.
So I don't think Mark II buildings are coming, you guys.
I think some of these, I think the converter and another one that's coming later, were in like one of the first trailers we put out in the game, because there's a shot where like we have like the holograms selected and we just switch between different buildings. And I think this one and one that's coming later, the remote storage thing, I think they were in the game for a long time. This one I have no idea what this is. Used to convert any two raw resources. I remember the discussions around this.
Yeah, I remember this as well. This is when I was programming on the game.
Yeah.
That there were discussions about the converter.
But I think we just didn't find any like real use for it in the game. Even though it might sound like, oh, that sounds awesome, but I don't think we actually managed to like fit it into the game to make it fun or anything like that. So that's probably why we didn't include it. Hadron Collider. Now this interesting enough, we didn't change too much on the model, but we did change like the front here. So like it used to be that the stuff came in from the side of it, and now I think it comes straight in.
I think the way that the power was used, how it ramps up now, that wasn't how it was before, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a new thing with the particle accelerator.
That was introduced with the particle accelerator.
Yeah, so here, as of patch 0.4, update 4, it's been reintroduced. Particle accelerator has different function.
Yes.
Correct.
Also, we do different animations now, because originally it was just like, it would just light up, and then Simon did instead so that it spins and like does electrical stuff.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
whoa, flashy and shit. Industrial lighting. So yeah, we did have, early on in the game, we did have a version with like a bunch of lighting in it, and I think the model for like this industrial light is the same as like the, what's it called in the game, the
Street light.
Yeah. Didn't need to look up on the wiki this time.
I looked at it on the wiki.
Oh, damn it.
Literally right there.
We did have an old version of the game where we did have lighting, and it was just like a nightmare to implement because it slowed down the game, and now we have like a much more clever implementation of lighting in the game, so that's why we could introduce lighting in update 4.
Yep.
So yeah, but that's the uncle or the grandpa of lighting is this
where it all began.
lighting. Yeah.
Powered wall.
Powered wall. I remember this. This was so a lot of people asked for this actually when we introduced the game, and we didn't like the powered wall because it was kind of like not intuitive how you use it. I remember when you built something, like you didn't like understand how you would feed in the wires and stuff like that, and we solved that by having the like wall connectors instead. So this is like one of those features where we tried it out and prototyped it, and we didn't know, like, it's kind of useful but not really in this state.
Yeah.
And this evolved into like the power connectors, which I believe we also want to do in like along with this, but I think we just decided that it's probably better to just have power connectors, and I think they kind of serve the same purpose as the powered walls, even though like it might be easier just if you had power walls, they would like be sequentially powered or whatever.
Yeah, I get the feeling that if we talk, mention this on this video, a lot of people are going to say that sounds really cool, I really like it, and if you do, let us know. Let us know if you would like it, and let us know how you think it should work. Folks here, they read the comments, and also go to the QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com, leave it there and upvote it and stuff like that. Let the team know if you like this and how you think it should work.
The quantum encoder, I have
I don't know what this does.
I have no idea what this is. This is literally the first time I've seen this.
As was building used for crafting the quantum crystal and superposition oscillator. Cool. Okay.
Well,
Sounds good. Remote
right.
storage. Remote storage.
Remote storage.
So actually, this is interesting. So yeah, remote storage is basically something that I think you can like put items into, and then you can access it kind of from anywhere or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually prototyped this first. Yeah. So like this is one of the tasks that I had was to get the initial version of the remote storage working. I think we called it central storage at the time.
Yeah.
And
interesting enough, one of my first tasks was to rip this code out. Because we did a bunch of when we changed how we did networking. When we changed how we did networking in the game, there was a bunch of like weird cases where like we had the central storage, because you could access the central storage from everywhere, I think, and like it would flug up like how we did the networking code. So it was just like, are we gonna have this? And we're like, maybe not. And then we're like, all right, I'll just delete it then.
Yeah.
So I remember specifically a couple of places where I just saw code for like central storage. I'm like, get rid of that shit.
Well, story of my life, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy just comes along. So another page we've got is future content, but I don't really want to speculate on this stuff too much because I think it's really fun to see what people come up with here. And of course, we don't want to confirm or deny anything. You can see that there is a list of potential release dates. November 31st being my favorite.
Year unspecified.
Yeah. One thing that I do want to mention is biome changes. All right, so we have confirmed biome changes, and we made a video about that. Is that there's going to be a change to the Spire Coast biome. All right, so looking at this map here, that's this big white section. Can't see because this thing's here. This big white section up the top here is going to get like a really, really heavy rework. And, we did talk about that in the video a while back. Just want to remind you all, and in case you haven't seen the video, it's changing. I actually hopped on a call with Hannah recently, and she showed me what she's been doing with the Spire Coast, and like, yeah, get your stuff out of Spire Coast. I mean, it looks different, and there's a lot going on. It looks, this is what happened, right? I was like, wow, this looks so different. It looks like you deleted it and started over from scratch. And she goes, I did. So yeah, I mean, I've got like my fuel generators and stuff there. where move your stuff out of there. Just move it. Lizard Doggo. We've got a section on Lizard Doggo. One thing that we noticed here, actually, is this little point here. Internally, it is referred to as Shrimpy or Space Rabbit. And, I mean, that is kind of true, because that is what we used to call it.
Yeah. But we didn't have a name for it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, yeah, as the wiki says here, it was widely viewed as the game's mascot after its initial appearance in the teaser trailer. And that's true, but the name Lizard Doggo came from Community. It came from, like, basically from the comments there. Yeah. There was, like, a suggestion there, and a lot of people really took the Lizard Doggo, and then we started calling it Lizard Doggo, but we now call it Lizard Doggo internally as well. Yeah. So, like, I would say this is mostly correct, but we used to call it that. Yeah. Everyone calls it Lizard Doggo now. Yeah. Oh, they actually have that here. The name Lizard Doggo was originally coined by YouTube commenter Chad Mojito. Nice.
Which is wild.
That's a very Chad
move,
honestly.
Is the actual comment, does it go to that comment? Can you link comments? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you can. Highlight a comment here. Boom, right here.
Oh my god! According to the trivia page here, it says that it was killed by Snoot. So there's a real-life Lizard Doggo feature in Update 4 patch notes video. We reused one of the animations from the GDC teaser trailer. Yes, we've reused that animation so many times. Yep. But it's also mentioned here that it was killed by Snoot, which is, like, I kind of want to say... It's not true. It's, like, kind of open-ended what happens with the Lizard Doggo.
It definitely made death noises.
Yes.
All right? We can confirm it was in the subtitles, the closed captions, that it made death noises, but did it really die? You didn't see it dead. I didn't.
Yeah.
Wait, Jace, watch out! It's coming right for us!
Easter eggs.
Yay.
8 of voice lines. One of them is apparently Howdy Partner.
Yeah.
I want a petition that we get
even rarer one where it's like
where it's Jay saying, "Howdy Partner, my name's Ada, and I'm here to give you helpful advice." So upvote that on the QA side, please. I would love to do it.
5,000 votes.
Yeah, but we need to make sure it doesn't look like it's my idea, you guys. All right, this is make it look like it's your idea.
But yeah, there's a bunch of really cool stuff on the Easter egg page. We maybe won't go through like all of them, but there's a bunch that I didn't know, like a couple of I haven't seen actually. But there's also a couple that I know are in the game that's not on this page.
Oh, really?
So,
what are they? Do we want?
I mean, if I say it, there's. I mean, where's the? You have to find.
Well, how can they find? Can we tell them? Give them a hint?
I'm pretty sure. No.
Okay.
Screw you guys. One is in a very obvious place. I'll say that much.
Okay. All right. I like these ones here, where like the model numbers on our buildings have like spellings, or like these here. But yeah, there's this one here which says Sky, and that's Sky from the Sanctum franchise. I really like that one.
Yeah. And it's fitting because it's like on the freighter that goes up.
That flies up, the drop ship exactly on the hub. This here,
the Cycle reference.
Yeah, this is a reference to the Cycle. So the Cycle is a game by the folks at Jaeger in Germany, and we're like buddies with a few other developers, and we did some fun collaboration here where we sort of like shit on their game a little bit on social media, and then they ended up including some Satisfactory stuff in their game, and we've included this here where basically we've sort of defamed one of the companies in their game. So definitely check out the Cycle if you guys are interested in that. On that note, let's just wrap up this video. Thank you all very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this kind of stuff interesting, enlightening, and like even a little bit of a trip down memory lane here too. So hopefully, hopefully you found it interesting. Did you have fun, Snoot?
I sure did.
I didn't. Just kidding. I had a great time. Thank you very much for coming along to my apartment and filming this with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. No worries, man.
Nice.
Get out of here if you're here.
All right, I'll just leave. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.
Catch you later. See you next time. I didn't like that outro that much.
I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
And that's the one we're sticking.
Yeah, let's go with it.